What's up, guys? So today, obviously you can see, we got a going gear club. Alright, so let's go ahead and break this guy open and see what we got. Alright. Ooh, Kansept, big fan. Oh, Benchmade. Oh, it's Benchmade, huh? Ooh. Interesting. Lumintop, also cool brand. We got a nice beaded, heavy beaded. Oh, the Spyderco? Wow. I have this one. This is a really, really nice bead from Spyderco. Wow, that's cool. All right. Actually, it's funny. I have one, and it's kind of a collector's item, you know, but I kind of wanted to use it. Maybe I will. Maybe I'll use it now on a bigger knife, like a Manix XL or something. That'd be really awesome. All right, and our paperwork, which we'll look at the end. All right, so we got our going gear sticker. We got our little flame going gear patch. What do we look at first? Let's check out this Kansept. What we have here? Kansept Dash. I definitely have never seen or heard of the Dash. So I'm curious to see what this one looks like. Been a fan of the brand for quite some time. Makes nice higher end Chinese knives, which I know is like a thing now. I know some people have disdain for it. It just kind of is what it is. Would I love to see, you know, a bunch of new American brands? Yes, I would. But, you know, just what it is. Ooh, that's weird. I love weird. Ooh, look at look at that thing. Okay, big old lanyard, what you might want on this tiny little knife here. We have a thumb disc and like a little kiridashi. It's a Dirk Pinkerton design, the Dash. Interesting. This one is in 154 cm. Love me a kiridashi. Funky. I dig it. I dig it. I don't know about the thumb stud, or excuse me, a thumb disc. It's such a small, I mean, it does work, it's fine. It gives you a place for your thumb to rest too, which is nice. Yeah, interesting. Very cool. All right, that's a good start. Like I said, I like weird stuff. Well, we'll leave this out for a second so you guys can see it. Stare at it if you want while we're looking at other stuff here. All right, let's get rid of that. Put that there. Well, let's put this over here so it doesn't fall. All right, so let's look at this bead. So this is a Spyderco bead. It's heavy. I don't know if it's stainless or pewter. But yeah, it's a stiff lanyard, and we have the Spyderco logo all around it. And like I said, it's got some heft to it. This must weigh close to an ounce, maybe. Who knows? Maybe even slightly over an ounce. But you can see on the bottom, from the little bit of wear or heat, I guess, when they melted this, it looks a little bit like brass. So it could be, you know, chromed brass or something. The bead itself, but it is super cool. See what it says in here. It does have a little tiny string to, you know, help you guide that through your lanyard holes. But yeah, the B2LY. Very cool. Interesting. I never would have thought to find something like that in a going gear club. But I guess, I mean, if you're going to get in any kind of club, there would be a going gear club. They carry all kinds of cool stuff. All right. Awesome. Well, duh. It's not a surprise. Mini Taggedout. Taggedout. 154, CPM 154, which is a difference. Blue class. I have not heard of this knife, believe it or not. I haven't really kept up with Benchmade. I get Benchmades a lot of times in trades. I don't just go buy knives. And if I did, Benchmade, Spyderco, they're both, to me, honestly, they're in the same group. You know, I think that if I had to choose, like really, really had to choose between the brands, I might go Spyderco just because of some of the variety and designs. But I personally, and I know there's fanboys of both that'll get upset at this, but I think they're on the same page. You have to keep in mind something a lot of people don't know or think about or just understand, is that Spyderco is a very small company in comparison to Benchmade. Benchmade is the second largest knife company on the planet. Did you know that? As far as employees, income, that kind of revenue, production, Spyderco is very small in comparison. Right? So the fact that Spyderco does what they do is pretty amazing, to be honest. They should be as big as Benchmade doing what they do. But anyway, regardless, I think they're both, as far as quality goes, and I know in the last couple of years, Benchmade might have gone down a little bit. I've seen plenty of examples of that. I can kind of agree. Who knows? You know, obviously the owner passed away, his son took over. Things change, you know, as time goes on, everything changes. It is what it is. But anyway, so Lumintop, let's see this. The Lumintop Frog. Past QC, which is good to see. Okay. Lumintop Frog. Ooh, little teeny guy. I love it. It is interesting for the charger. It's like a charger block. So that's kind of cool. Let's take that out. Alright. Is this charged up? Alright, let's see. The internal battery is 10280. So a teeny little battery. Oh, there's a plug in there. Okay, cool. So we get to see it. That makes me happy. Teeny tiny little guy with a side button. This is super interesting. And you can see it needs charge. Okay. That's pretty bright for its size. We have modes? Nope. On, off? Oh no, there's modes. Low, medium, high. Cool. Double click, turbo. Strobe? No strobe. Okay. And long press for off. Very cool. So it looks like for charging, you take the top off, if I'm not mistaken here. We pop this guy on. That's pretty cool. Alright, so now we just have a USB Type-C port to charge this guy, which obviously we have the cable there for. And it comes with a little crab claw. That is cool. I dig it. I definitely dig it. So we'll leave that there for now because I'm going to charge it up after the video. Alright, some spare O-rings, little paperwork. Very cool. Alright, so the mini Taggedout, featuring Select Edge. Okay. Let's see, Benchmade. What we got here? Oh, of course. Let's use our new knife here. A little kiridashi. Alright, did I cut that all the way? Yes, it did. Alright. Come on. It's got the brown wood box. It's like, what, part of the outdoor series, maybe? Oh. You know what's funny? This is familiar. Maybe I just didn't know the name of it. I know this knife. I've seen this knife. That actually feels really nice. 154 cm. Pot clip, I feel the pot clip. It's, you know, deep concealed there. I like the orange standoffs. That's kind of cool. I definitely dig it. It's super, super lightweight. Wow. By the way, very nice axis lock. I was talking to a guy. Oh my god, I feel so bad because he wanted a Benchmade. He got a custom. What was it? Oh damn, I forget the model. Maybe it was I don't know. I think it was an Osborne design. Off the top of my head, I can't remember what it was, but it was white scales and I think red thumb studs. It was badass looking. And when he got it, it was super stiff. Like he couldn't just drop the blade like that. And you know, he was asking about it because I think this is his first experience with Benchmade. And I said, you know, their warranty is really good. Send it back. They'll hook you up. And they didn't. You know, he showed me the whole thing, and it was messed up, man. He got it back. It was just as bad. Only now, the white scales had like some black rub on it or something. It was just a really bad experience. I felt super bad. Like I had nothing to do with Benchmade at all, but I was confident. You know, I've had Benchmades I sent back, and they did the right thing. You know, they fixed them up. But that was just a poor experience, and that's going to ruin it for the guy. He's not going to like the company at all because of that experience, which rightfully so, I suppose. You know, there's a couple ways you could look at it. I mean, you can get another knife and absolutely love it. But that was the experience he has, and that's all we can go by in life, right, is our experience. If you never ever had a Volkswagen and you bought a Volkswagen that has nothing but problems, you say, oh, Volkswagen sucks. However, there's definitely people out there who have Volkswagens who love them, who don't have problems. You know, it's an individual thing. And it's hard to write off an entire brand. I mean, this could be for a whole different video, but anyway, super lightweight, by the way. This thing feels like it weighs nothing. I have to look up the specs on here. I'd be surprised if this was over 2 ounces, maybe 2.5 tops. But like I said, super smooth, very thin blade. Okay, this thing I know is going to be ridiculously sharp. We'll cut the paper afterwards with this thing, but that is actually really cool. I wonder if it comes in other colors besides the orange, although the orange is nice, you know, for high vis, especially if you're going to go out and do the hunting thing, but you want something lightweight. I do like the shorty kind of concealed clip on there. All right, we got the opening slots, if you will, instead of a thumb stud. A little bit easier with gloves if you have gloved hands. although it's kind of tight to the body. A lot of times when I see this, I like if the blade was pushed out a little bit, because, you know, you imagine a glove over my thumb is a lot bigger. It might be a tiny space to grab that edge, but I mean, it's totally fine with my finger here. I'd have to try it with gloves to see. But yeah, that seems like a really nice knife. This is going into rotation. Ooh, I tried to slam it home too hard. Let's see. Let's try this again. Pop it open. Nope, it bounced. Open, closed, open, closed, open. It's a little stiff in some area. It feels like there's very little resistance here, and then there's some resistance there, then it lightened up, then a little bit more right before the lock grabs. So yeah, I mean, it takes some feel, but I mean, as far as just dropping it, it goes most of the way. It's just you have to kind of manipulate the lock properly. If I drop it and then release it at the right time, you know, it can close. But anyway, I dig it. It really is lightweight. If you're someone out there and you just really focus on like super uber lightweight knives because you have a heavy EDC or something, or I don't know, maybe you're hiking or whatever, and you just can't have that extra weight, this is a serious contender. I don't know offhand what these retail for, but man, like I said, it feels nice. CPM 154 CM is also fantastic. As much as people love their Magna Cut and all these super steels and M4 and S90V, and I mean the slew of awesome stuff out there, nothing is wrong with CPM 154. It is fantastic. You know, 20 CV and Magna Cut are probably my two favorite currently. I bounce back and forth. It really depends on what I'm carrying, to be honest. If I carry a knife and it has a certain steel in there and I'm just using it a lot, I'm loving it, you know, I focus on that steel. Obviously, I've had tons of different knives with tons of different steels in them. Magna Cut, it's growing on me. At first, I thought like, oh, what's the hype? Then I used a couple different blades of Magna Cut, and it really is amazing. I have to say, it is. But it doesn't make other blade steels crap. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you jump in a Lamborghini, you're gonna have a fantastic time. It doesn't mean that whatever car you get back into that you own is a piece of junk. That's what people have to understand when it comes to knives and blade steels, right? So anyway, that's pretty much it. I'm blabbing on in this video, but I definitely dig this. This is cool. Let's look at this paperwork real quick. Actually, let's shut this because I don't want to poke myself on accident. Who knows? And afterwards, we'll cut this paper. All right. So for August, the premium would include the mini Taggedout. The 155-33 is the model. So I've tried the full size too. I'm sure I dig it, but 171 is full retail, I'm sure. So who knows? Street price is probably like 130, maybe 125-ish, 140 maybe, in and around there. You guys can let me know. You can read that if you want. Spyderco bead Tully 3080. That's probably, you know, appropriate. Maybe it's 20 bucks online, to be honest. Again, full retail. You're never going to pay these full prices, but you can. I'm sure somewhere that's what they cost. The Kansept Dash, 72 bucks. It's actually fantastic. Usually Kansept knives are a lot more expensive. Maybe it's just because it's such a small model. Lumintop Frog 2.0, 37.90, and Going Gear SWAT Flame Patch, $2.95. Very cool. All right, let's see how this guy cuts. And just like I thought, like a hot knife through butter. Wow, that's ridiculous. This is what you want. This is what I'm talking about. You know, people get Benchmade sometimes, like, oh man, right out of the box, it sucked. It's kind of a crapshoot. It shouldn't be. For the price tags that some of these companies charge, Spyderco is no different. Everything should be ridiculously razor sharp out of the box, right? When you buy a $25 knife and it's a little dull, don't be surprised. But when you're paying 130, 140, 150 bucks or more, yes, the thing should be ridiculously sharp. Now, the fact this has such a thin blade on it is really helping in that, because you have a very, very lean grind. But it really has to do with that final sharpening job, stropping, whatever they do at the factory. But this is what it is. This is what you want. When you get a new knife out of the box, this is what you should expect, regardless of geometry. But wow, I have to say, I am thoroughly impressed. It's been a while since a Benchmade kind of got me excited. And like I said, I've seen these online, but like in the last 2 years, maybe, year, 2 years, something like that, I just didn't really focus on Benchmade. I used to check a lot of different companies and look at, you know, what's new. And obviously you see all the Blade Show video, or yeah, Blade Show, and all these different convention videos, what's new. You know, catalogs come out, everyone talks about it. This wasn't really on my radar, but this is a sleeper for me. I mean, maybe you guys know about it and have one and love it. But if you haven't seen this before, if you're a Benchmade fan or just like the design overall, I mean, I love the clip point. You guys know that. I was sold on that the second I opened it. But just super, super lightweight, extremely sharp, extremely capable. I mean, that's what we want a knife for. We want to cut stuff, right? So to have something super lightweight, have a strong blade, right? There's no blade play, as you would imagine, right? Axis lock is kind of fun, so we have the fidget factor here. I really kind of want to try the full size now, because although this fits my hand okay, you can see I got half a pinky on this thing. It's not uncomfortable for me. I've had so many different knives. By the way, jimping, it's not a review yet, but jimping's kind of light to medium. It's not, all right, sorry. Alarm went off my phone and it was a copyrighted song from Mr. Neil Young. And even though I played a half a second of it, as a YouTuber, I'm paranoid to let that in the video. So I had to cut. But anyway, I was blabbing on about how awesome this thing is. The jimping is like, I don't know, 1 out of 10. 1 being non-existent, 10 being I can't move my thumb or I'll rip the skin off, like a 3. A 2 to 3. It's really barely there, but you can feel it. But yeah, I think I dig the, and it has front jimping as well on the handle there. All right, I think I'd probably like the bigger size, to be honest. I mean, I dig this one, but I think for my hand size, you know, XL gloves, I would like the large. So I might be looking for that guy in the future. But anyway, that's pretty much it. I'm going to cover everything with paper here. Very cool. I dig it for August. Going Gear Club. If you haven't checked it out, check it out. If you do subscribe to Going Gear Club, let me know what you think of it. What have you done? Also, if you subscribe to other knife clubs, I've seen some other clubs I want to maybe check out in the future. We'll see. But yeah, let me know what's out there and what you've been liking and not liking. So that's all. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you have a wonderful day. I'll see you tomorrow with a brand new video. Take care.